Stay fresh music.
Yo, so what's going on guys, it's your boy LaazrGaming. Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So last week I uploaded a video showing you guys the top 3 best money making methods, and going off the feedback, it seems like you guys really seem to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method all of you guys were able to grind, and if you ever got bored of one method, there was always another method there for you guys to go ahead and grind. However, some of the methods I have included in that video have now finished, so I thought I'd do somewhat of an updated version, as well as updating you guys on some other money making methods that will only be going on for the next 4 to 5 days. So I thought I'd have to get this video up as soon as I can so you guys can all jump online and make the most out of this and stack millions. So instead of including 3 different methods in this video, I'm going to go ahead and include 5 different methods. So there is definitely at least one method all of you guys can jump online and definitely make the most out of. So as always, if this video does help you out in any way, shape or form, and you do want to see me post more money making guides in the future, do be sure to drop a like down below. Also do feel free to subscribe if you guys are new. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so kicking this money guide off with the first method, and that's going to be how you guys should make the most out of the crate warehouses. If you guys aren't aware, Rockstar Games are currently offering 25% more profit on all of the crate warehouses as of now, all the way up until the 28th. Now they are also offering 25% more profit on the biker businesses, which I personally prefer, and I will explain why I prefer the biker businesses a bit later on in the video. However, you can still earn insanely good money with these cargo warehouses, and maybe you guys just don't own a biker businesses and you already bought one of these cargo warehouses, as these came out before the biker businesses. So you guys might actually be like me and you own both the warehouses and the biker businesses, so you can grind both at the same time and literally make some insane mind-blowing money. Now when grinding this method, it is all about using the right tips and tricks at the right time to save you guys a bunch of money and time in the long run. Now I have already put together a big import-export money guide, fully breaking down how you guys can maximize the most amount of money from using these cargo warehouses, as well as a bunch of tips that will end up saving you guys a lot of time in the long run. So I will leave that video linked down below in the description. Definitely be sure to go and check it out if you guys are looking to grind this method out, as there is a bunch of different tips and tricks that will save you guys a load of time, hours in some cases, as well as showing you guys how to bring in much more money from the warehouses. And like I said, I do go into full detail from the start to the end, whether you guys are level 100, 1000, whether you're in a crew of 5 members or you're doing it solo, whether you guys have got a small warehouse or a large warehouse. I go into full detail in that video, leaving no stone unturned, so all of you guys be able to get on your grind straight away. However, I will quickly cover a few tips in this video in case you guys haven't seen that video, but if you haven't, like I said, I strongly emphasize that you guys do go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it already. So there is 3 different sizes of warehouses. You've got a small warehouse which can hold 16 crates, you've got a medium warehouse which will hold 42 crates, and you've got large warehouses which will hold 111 crates. Now there is a few different versions of each style of warehouses, so there's like 6-7 large ones, there's 5 or 6 medium ones, as well as 5 or 6 small ones. Now these will vary in price majorly. For example, the large warehouses can start off at 1.9 million and go all the way up to 3.5 million, and the price tag is only going to indicate the location. It's not going to give you guys any bonuses, any extra initiative, any easier crates or anything like that. So always, if you guys don't currently own a warehouse, I can't emphasize this enough, always buy the cheapest version of that warehouse. Now you can own multiple warehouses at the same time. I will talk about that in just a second, which can actually save you guys a bunch of time in the long run. So depending on what warehouse you own, whether it's small, medium or large, you will get a different payout depending on the size of the warehouses. So if you get a fully stocked up small warehouse, it will sell for $240,000 plus the 25% currently going on for the next 5 days. A medium warehouse will sell for $735k plus the 25% promotion, and finally the large warehouses will sell for $2,220k plus the 25% bonus, which is going to add an extra $555,000 on top of what you guys would be earning normally, which is a massive increase. We're talking an extra $500,000 for literally just doing what you guys would be doing normally. So if you guys are going to be grinding this method over the next 4 to 5 days, you'll be earning an insane 2,755,000 from one warehouse alone, and that is just a flat rate. If you guys aren't aware, you guys will also be earning a player sale bonus. So if you guys have some random players in your free roam session, when you go ahead and make the sale, you'll be receiving a bonus 2% for each player. So if you're in a session of like 10 other friendly people, maybe there's only 2 other crews or 2 other organizations doing the same work as you, everyone's just playing friendly, you'll be earning roughly an extra 100k from those guys just being in your session. So always try and make the sales, like I said, with a bunch of friendly players in your game, because you will be earning bonuses for nothing. Now, tips to save you guys time in the long run are always the most handy, because no one wants to waste time. Whether you're playing games or doing something in real life, time is of the essence. You cannot buy time no matter how rich you are. Now, you guys will notice that these cargo missions are extremely easy, as you guys are probably aware. So the likelihood of you finishing them in under 5 minutes or under 10 minutes is extremely high. Now, if you guys go ahead and finish a cargo mission, there's actually going to be a 5-minute cooldown period before you can start the next one. As you guys can see, cargo delivered. However, when I go back onto my Secure Serve laptop and try and order another cargo, it's going to tell me I have to wait 5 minutes until I can order that. So imagine you guys are doing several cargos, that's going to add up all of these 5 minutes over a long period. Whereas if I was to own another warehouse in the game, I could simply go over to that warehouse, select it, and I can order the crates straight away. As you guys can see on screen, completely removing the cooldown period. So by me doing that, it's going to be able to save me a bunch of time in the long run, especially over a short period of time for like the next 3 to 4 days. And if you guys can't afford 2 large warehouses, simply buy 1 large one and then 1 small one, because like I said, the small ones still do make profit, but you can use it just to avoid all of that cooldown period. Now, let's say for example you guys have got 2 or 3 friends online and all of you own warehouses. What I would suggest you guys do is do as I'm doing on screen. One of you who's actually ordering the crates, just to stay in his office. Go ahead and let your associates deliver the crates without you. Just stay in your office on your laptop. Now, as soon as they deliver the crates, bang, you guys can just go ahead and order the next lot. So what you should probably do is to do 5 of your buy missions, and then you go ahead and do 5 of your friends missions, and so forth. So all of you are going to be earning wages from being associates, as well as filling up your warehouses. So if you guys don't have that many friends that play GTA 5 online, do be sure definitely to leave a comment down below, find some like-minded players. Don't forget to leave what console you play on, as well as your PSN or your gamer tag. Or if you guys are looking for an active GTA 5 crew, I will leave a link to all of my GTA 5 crews down below in the description. Feel free to come and join us. We've got tons of active members, very helpful, always up for helping each other out. So hopefully you guys do appreciate me covering some more important tips in this video, like saving you guys time and money. But like I did mention right at the start of the video, there is a bunch of more tips and tricks that are definitely worth knowing if you guys are going to be grinding that. So I will leave a link to that video fully breaking down how to maximize these warehouses in the description. It will be linked under method 1 breakdown. However, moving straight into the second method, and seeing as I just covered this method with the 25%, obviously as I just mentioned, another promotion going on is the 25% bonus on all biker sale businesses. Now, just like method 1, I have already done a full breakdown guide on the biker businesses, showing you guys how to save a bunch of time and money in the long run. So just to save you guys a bunch of time, I will leave that video linked down low in the description under method 2 breakdown. But me personally, I prefer to grind the biker businesses rather than the cargo warehouses. I will explain why in just a second, but basically you guys can simultaneously run the biker businesses with a bunch of other methods. A method that I'm actually going to include in method 3 at the same time. So in the long run, you guys will be making more money from the biker businesses. Now, like I mentioned, I already done a big breakdown on these biker businesses that I will leave linked down in the description. I will cover quickly just some of the more important tips if you guys aren't going to watch that video. So it is worth noting, Rockstar Games are offering 25% more money on the profits from all 5 different businesses. If you guys aren't aware, there is 5 different styles of businesses you guys can open: frauderies, weed, counterfeit, methamphetamines, and cocaine. So as you guys can see, there is a few different versions of each business. It is very important and worth noting that the more expensive the business is not going to indicate more money. So if you guys are going to buy a coke farm, make sure you buy the cheapest one. Likewise with the weed farm or the methamphetamines farm. The only difference this is going to make to you is the location. However, if you guys can save like 400, 300k just for a location, I would definitely save the money, as most of these locations literally take a few minutes to get in between, especially if you guys own a helicopter or a jet. So the cheapest forgery office you can buy in the game will set you back 650k, and every time you fill it up, it will bring you guys back a profit of 84k if you sell it in the same county, or if you go ahead and sell it in the opposite county, which you guys should always do, it will give you guys a nice 126k. Now the cheapest weed farm will cost you guys 805k, and you'll make 168k selling in the same county, or 250 in the opposite county. And thirdly, the cheapest counterfeit office is 845k, will bring you guys back 196k in the same county, or 294k in the opposite county. Now the cheapest meth lab is going to cost you guys just over $1 million. However, every time you fill it up, it will bring you guys in 238k in the same county, or 357k in the opposite county. Now here's where Rockstar tried to be a bit smart. As you guys can see, the cheapest cocaine factory is only 975k. However, that will bring you guys the most profit out of all of these business, even more profit than the meth lab, which cost over $1 million. So if you guys go ahead and buy a cocaine factory, which I would suggest, you'll bring in 280k from selling in the same county, or if you sell in the opposite county, you'll get a very nice 420k. So realistically, all you have to do is do 2 big sales from the cocaine factory, and every bit of money you make from then on will be 100% profit. This is why I've got to say this is by far the best method to be grinding out as of right now. Now, as I did mention in the intro, I've already made a full breakdown guide on the biker businesses. Whether you guys are like me and you own multiple businesses, or if you're just starting up for the first time, you don't own any businesses, I fully go into depth on how all of you guys can make the most amount of money, as well as a few tips and tricks, like I said, to help resupply it quicker. So definitely go ahead and watch that video if you haven't already, so all of you guys are fully clued up and you'll be able to stack millions from this method. By the way, the profits that I told you guys just a minute ago, they were normal payouts that you guys will be earning without the current promotion going on. So all of those numbers that I told you, you want to add 25% onto those, and they're the current payouts you guys will all be earning all the way up until the 27th. 420k is what I'd usually be making from this cocaine lockup, but instead I'll be making well over 525k every sale. So we're talking an extra 100 grand every sale, boys. Definitely get on your grind and make the most of this. And it is also worth mentioning that is only if you guys are doing this in empty public sessions. You guys will also receive an increased bonus for every player in the game. I do believe it's only 2% per player, but that will add up. So if you guys are playing in a big group of you, what you could go ahead and do is make a sale in like a big session of like 20 players, and if there's a player in a jet that's about to blow you up, what you guys can actually do is dashboard within 30 seconds of your product being destroyed, and then when you come back onto GTA 5 Online, you will still have the majority of your product there. A little tiny bar will disappear, but I'd rather lose a little tiny bar, risk earning the big player commission, rather than losing it all not knowing about that little trick. So hopefully you guys do appreciate me just quickly giving you the heads up on the most important tips to grind this method. And it is also worth mentioning, do use this not only if people are about to blow you up, but you might actually fail the mission. So as you guys can see on screen right here, I was destined to make a very nice 630k from this one sale. However, as you're about to see, I end up doing a major fail, end up parking my boat up on the side of the fucking stream to the point where I can't even drive it anymore. And if I didn't know about this little 30-second dashboard trick, I would have been raging. All the time spent to fill up my cocaine factory, and I would have lost all my profits because of this one mistake right here that you can see on screen. It wasn't even my fault. I got pushed into this rock by a wave. But as you guys can see, my boat becomes ideal. I'm not able to move left or right. However, I am able to dashboard just in time, so I come back onto the game, and I've literally only lost half a bar, because if you guys aren't aware, you do have a certain time limit to deliver these things, so it will just blow up as you guys see on screen. You can't get your friend to get his car and try and push you back in. You're better off taking no risks or whatsoever, dashboard out of there, come back on the game, quickly refill it if you must, and then go ahead and complete it. So as you guys can see on screen, I ended up making more than I would have just previously dashboarding, because we actually had a few random online players in our game that didn't bother us, but we just earned an extra commission by them just being in our free roam game. And honestly guys, this can make a massive difference to the money you lot are making. As you guys can see on screen, I ended up selling my weed here and made over 440k from my weed farm. Now, as I told you guys earlier on in the video, the max you make from a single sell is 250 152k. You guys can go ahead and check that yourself. That's public information. So as you guys saw, I was able to make 440k, practically double what normal people are making from their weed farms. So you guys always ask me, how the fuck do I have 60 million stacked up legit? This is why, boys. I make the most of these promotions when they are out. Now, like I mentioned, I like to grind method 2 because I can use method 3 with method 2 at the same time. If you guys aren't aware, once you actually fill up your biker businesses, you have to wait until they actually fill up with product. Like, you guys go and steal the supplies, but the product isn't made straight away, depending on whatever style of business you have. So whether it's a coke farm or forgery farm will depend on how long it's going to take to actually make that process. Now, a common thing that happens with these biker businesses, if you guys own one, you know this already, is that the biker businesses can get robbed, and this does happen quite often. However, another great thing about running method 3 is this will prevent your businesses from getting robbed as well as making money, and that is basically how you can use the CEO work and challenges continuously to the best method to maximize your pay. There is tons of different ways to do this and tons of different collaborations. I've tried out a bunch over the months, and I've got to say, hands down, flat rate, this is the easiest because it's practically an AFK method. AFK meaning away from keyboard, so you guys can practically sit back, eat your dinner, watch movies, and still be earning money in the background. There isn't a better feeling. So first things first, you guys want to go ahead and obviously register as a CEO or a VIP so you're able to launch any VIP work or challenge. Now, if you guys are very new to GTA 5 and you're still even unable to do this, all you guys want to do is leave a comment down below underneath this video with your PSN or your gamer tag and just say need CEO. I'm sure it won't take that long until you get some replies. So once you guys are in a free roam session and you've registered as a CEO, you now want to hire one associate. That's all you guys will need, is one associate. So I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have at least one friend or one crew member that you can invite to do this with, or as I just mentioned a minute ago, you guys can just look in the comment section down below and find yourself an associate, or you can leave a comment yourself and say I'm a CEO looking for an associate on whatever console you're on. Nonetheless, the majority of the time, if I'm going off personal experience, if you guys just want to go into a public session and just spam out invites to random players, you don't even need this player to be good, you just need him to join your CEO. So it's very easy to get someone to join your CEO. Coming from someone that actually plays GTA 5 daily, I've sent out a bunch of invites to random people every time, and I always get people joining my session, and I'm able to do this method with them straight away, no hesitation. Of course, it's always best to do it with a friend, but like I said, if you guys have no friends or whatsoever that play GTA 5, don't worry, you won't be missing out on any friend bonuses or anything like that that you usually earn from doing contact missions. So going off feedback from my previous money guides, you guys seem to really like it when I start these money guides as if I just jumped on GTA 5 for the first time on the day. So as you guys can see on screen, I'm outside my office, the Maze Bank office right now. I've got a crew member to become an associate, so now he's an associate. What you guys want to do, the first thing you guys want to launch is go down to VIP challenges, and you want to start most wanted. And as I did mention earlier, of course everyone now knows different work and different challenges. However, it's the method we're going to be using to complete this which just makes this method so goddamn easy, you really can't complain. So as you guys can see, I actually started most wanted from outside of my office. You guys don't have to do this. The reason why I'm doing it for the video is just so you guys can clearly see a bit of a route on how I actually get to the location that we have to, that the police won't be able to get us. So if you guys have never done this before and you're completely baffled with what's going on right now, most wanted is a challenge between you and the fellow organization members to survive the longest with a 5-star wanted level. However, I remember back in the day, I started this unexpectedly on one of my friends, trying to troll him so he can get 5 stars after him, and he ended up just driving, and he ended up discovering this little location which I'm going to show you on screen right now, that is just the perfect AFK spot to complete this straight away without any stress. So all you want to do is do as I'm doing on screen, follow this train track, keep driving straight, and then we're going to park up just on the right side of this train track where the police won't be able to get us. The great thing about this, like I said, it's perfectly legit. As you guys can see, we just found the perfect spot to avoid the cops getting us without using any glitches, any wall breaches, or any exploits like that. I'm going to pull it up once again so you guys can see the exact location that I am. But nonetheless, this is it. From here, we don't have to waste time driving around, wasting bullets on enemies. We literally just park up and sit back, watch some YouTube videos, eat our food, crack some jokes, and we are getting paid. This is why I've got to say it is by far one of the best, if not the best method right now to farm some insane money from. And I must also add, this is only the first part to this method. There is still another part to come which will be increasing our money, which will be earning us more money. And also, in case you guys forgot from the intro, I'm also going going to be showing you how you can increase and earn some bonuses whilst you're just doing this. So as you guys can see on screen right now, as soon as the challenge is over, it only takes 10 minutes for sitting AFK, we receive a nice 21k. Now if that wasn't good enough, like I said, as soon as that finishes, all you guys want to do is drive up to where I am, pull up your interaction menu, go down to SecuroServe, go down to VIP work this time, and then we want to start executive search, and then bang, as you guys can see, it starts straight away because we're already sitting in the executive search, plus we're still underground. Now if you guys remember earlier on the video, I said a lot of people are going around in public sessions just doing crates. So to be honest with you, the majority of people won't even acknowledge you in their session. We're actually in a public session right now, as you guys can see on screen, and we never actually got bothered once, and I've done this for a good 4 or 5 hours earlier today. So if you guys remember, that's the reason why I started the most wanted challenge first rather than the executive search, because once you guys start the most wanted challenge, you and your association will be put on passive mode. So even if players in your session want to come over and try bother you and kill you, they still won't be able to, so they'll end up giving up. By the time you get around to doing this executive search, it's more than likely they're going to think, fuck those guys, they're just in passive mode acting like bitches underground. And as you guys can see, exactly like my most wanted challenge just a second ago, I'm going to fast forward this gameplay, and as soon as 10 minutes passes, instead of getting 21k, we get a nice 25k this time, taking my total to 46k for just sitting AFK under a bridge. And this is what I'm saying to you guys, when I emphasize how epic and sick this method is, I legit mean this is a sick method to farm out. And as you guys can probably see, all I done was drive 5 seconds back to the most wanted spot, pull up my interaction menu, go down to VIP challenges, bang, most wanted started again. And it is as simple as that. You can literally keep on repeating this process as much as you like. Now this is good enough as it is. I was doing this method right here perfectly for weeks on end, until recently I thought to myself, hold on a second, you guys know I'm the man when it comes to making legit money on this game. So we're even able to increase this by using our brain after the latest DLC. So what you guys are seeing right now is from my perspective, the CEO. However, if I switch things up and go to the associate's point of view, you guys will see that the associate is actually receiving an extra 5k every 15 minutes from SecuroServe, literally just for being my bodyguard, as well as 200 RP every 45 seconds just for sitting next to me. So staying in my proximity, he receives 200 RP as well as 5k every 15 minutes. Now you're able to actually increase that 5k up to 10k very easily. So as you guys just saw on screen, my bodyguard ended up receiving 9k instead of 5k. And basically, to increase your SecuroServe wages, all you have to do is basically do buy missions from your office. So every buy mission that you complete, if you guys don't know what a buy mission is, that's just when you go and get a crate and deliver it to your warehouse. Every time your associate helps you out with one of those, his wages will go up by $500. So by far the best thing to do straight away, as soon as you get on, whoever's the CEO, just do a few of those, because receiving an extra 10k every 15 minutes literally does add up very, very quickly. So as you can see on screen, as soon as we finish that most wanted again, I get another easy 21k, taking my total to a nice 66k already. However, for my associate, he's currently sitting on 86k because he received 2 Securo wages. Plus, if you guys want to work out the maths of 200 RP every 45 seconds, I can't even be bothered to work out the math. All I know, that equals a lot of RP. And as I did mention, I'm not lying when I say we was doing this in a public session. You can see these randoms running around our map. A few even tried to get near us, but like I said, when you're doing the most wanted, it looks like you're in passive mode. So there is very few people in the world that will literally just sit around and look at you for 10 minutes. But like I said earlier as well, most lobbies nowadays only have about 5 or 6, 7 people until people start backing out trying to find empty sessions. So if you do have like 1 or 2 people in your session, don't even bother backing out yet. What you can just try doing is driving more up the tunnel and then start an executive search. That's another great thing about this area. If you guys have played executive search before, you'll know that there's a few different locations in this spot that you can go and hold off. I believe the docks is one, Cypress Flats is another one, and obviously this tunnel where we are right now. So all in all of these executive search places are less than a mile to drive from that tunnel, as you guys can see on screen, literally here in a couple of seconds. Now I'm also going to fast forward this gameplay just to prove to you guys that we do receive another 25k. This is another great thing about this method. The payout never decreases or increases depending on how much you've done it or how long you've spent in certain locations. It is literally the same every single time, and because it's unlimited, as soon as we finish the executive search, bang, all we have to do is start up another most wanted, and that's another 45k in our banks. Nonetheless, moving straight into the fourth method in this video, and this is how you guys can complete this week's brand new time trial and earn a very nice 50k in only 2 minutes. Okay, so this week's time trial is called Cypress Flats and does have a par time of 2 minutes 7 seconds. Now, once you guys arrive at a time trial, you don't want to do as I do on screen and fail knocking down this fence. So I had to include this in the video as it was such a fail. But nonetheless, once I fail, I get up off my bike, wipe myself down, and I get back to the process at hand. So the first thing you guys want to do is knock down this fence that's right behind the time trial. You are actually going to be driving backwards off this little dirt road so you can get onto the highway and save yourself 10 plus seconds. This is by far the best method to complete this week's time trial. I am aware there's a few different ways you can do this week's one, so it is particularly easy, like I said. However, I did do the other methods and this way is by far my favorite. I've actually completed this on my first ever go trying this method, and you guys will see it is actually so good that I stalled on my bike for like 5-6 seconds and I still managed to complete it. It got to the point where I was actually going to restart the race right at the end because I failed so hard, but because I was so ahead of my par time, I was able to swipe myself down and get straight back onto it. So as you guys can see on screen, you want to knock that fence down just to get rid of the barrels and the fence out of your way so you can go straight onto the dirt path. Now from here, you actually want to start the time trial so you can see the finish line, so you can set your waypoint. Now once you guys set your waypoint to the finish line, it's going to tell you to take a right down this highway you can see right here. I took some time out to show you this because it's going to make more sense in the gameplay. You basically want to avoid that first right off the intersection onto the highway. You want to go straight past up more to the city, and you want to take the highway that's more on the inner circle. So exactly where you can see me marking up now is where you want to head. This will make more sense once you see me do the gameplay. You can take another few of the landmarks I'm going to spot out to you guys. As you guys can see, we're just going to follow a straight highway and then jump up a hill, and we'll be able to finish right here at the finish point. So go ahead and set your waypoint, and you guys will notice when I set my waypoint, as you guys can see, it's directing me down the right side of the highway. However, once we ignore that and go down the way I'm going to show you, you will get back on track with the waypoint, and all you got to do is follow it from there. Okay, so as soon as you guys start the time trial, you want to head down the area. You just knock down the fence, if you guys remember. You want to pop as many wheelies as you want, go straight up this little dirt path and take an immediate left down this side to get straight onto the highway. Keep popping as many wheelies as you want. Look out for that red billboard, and then you guys will see you're straight onto the highway. Now from here, it's pretty self-explanatory. Keep popping as many wheelies down this highway as you want. Make sure you don't take a right off that intersection. You want to keep going straight like I mentioned earlier. We're not going to take the first right off onto the highway. We're going to pass this highway here, and we're going to keep going straight until we get the next turn in. So remember these landslides. As you can see, you're going under a lot of different roads, a very memorable area. This is why this is extra easy, and as you guys can see, you can tell when you're approaching the next turn because you'll see like the skyline from the city in the background. I know I did do a few time trials at night time, and a few of you guys asked why am I doing it at night. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that it's obviously a load more easier for you guys to see during the daylight. But as you guys can see, just take a right, then get straight onto this highway. If you guys are able to get onto this highway with under a minute gone in the time trial, then you're way ahead of your time like I am right now. And because you guys are saving so much time by doing this first part that I'm showing you, you will literally have like 5 or 6 seconds spare to mess up and still be able to complete this time trial. I did complete this a few different times, and I decided to use this gameplay here because I messed up so hard and I still finished it like I said at the start. So it goes to prove that if I'm able to mess up and waste 6-7 seconds hanging in a tree and I still can do it, I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys will be able to do it. However, once you pass that big factory, you're going to come to this little dirt path area. You'll notice now with all these bushes, you want to go in between the two roads. So you go off-road, as you guys can see on screen, onto the grass. Keep going straight because you'll be able to see the finishing line, and you basically want to cross the roads and then jump up this hill any way, shape or form. Now here is where I messed up. Look, I messed up once there by taking too long in the air, and then here, look at this. I'm literally sitting in a tree 5-6 seconds, and I thought to myself, do you know, I give up, I'm just going to reset. And I realized I had so much time to go that I just got up that little hill and just power forwarded and still able to finish it under the par time. So as you guys can see, you just want to go straight through all these windmills. This is pretty self-explanatory, and bang, 52k in less than 2 minutes. Final money making method in this video, and this is by making the most of another promotion that Rockstar Games are currently rolling out until the 27th. This isn't to do with the biker businesses, but instead the double money and RP that Rockstar Games are offering on adversary adversary modes, and to be honest with you, 80% of these adversary modes are pointless even during double money and RP compared to other methods. However, there is one method called relay, which I did quickly touch upon earlier on the week. However, if you guys didn't see that video, or maybe you did and you forgot how the payouts exactly work and how to maximize the most amount of money, I'll quickly let you guys know now. So the first thing you guys actually want to do is create a playlist with a few of these relay adversary modes in it, just so we're earning a playlist bonus, as well as saving us a bunch of time in the long run and not having to rely on some random players to host our game and set it up in the wrong way. Add 2 or 3 of these maps to your playlist depending on how long you guys are going to spend on GTA 5. Now, every single adversary mode in this double money and RP promotion does require a minimum of 4 players. So if you guys don't have that many friends that play GTA 5 online, leave a comment down below with your PSN and your gamer tag, and feel free to come and join one of my new GTA 5 crews. I've set up 3 new crews depending on what console you guys play on, so only join the crew on the platform you guys play on, whether that's PS4, Xbox One or PC. We're growing extremely fast and have tons of active players always up for grinding money. Now, when you guys are in the setup menu, you want to go ahead and have it set up exactly how I do on screen, and then go ahead and start up the job. Now, a massive misconception a lot of people have is the more people you have in your game, the more money you get, and that isn't the case. So if you guys don't know what this game mode is basically about, it's basically a race relay. So 2 teams of 2, and you each take it in turns to complete a lap. As soon as you guys complete a lap, your friend will take over and he completes a lap, and vice versa. So it's a very simple and very straightforward game mode to play, which is a great thing. So if you guys end up finishing a race between 6 to 8 minutes, you will earn a very nice 16k. That will shoot all the way up to 26k for literally only 2 minutes. However, this new adversary mode, unlike all of the new adversary modes and the previous adversary modes, this one you can earn the old school payouts by simply only spending 15 minutes in the mission. Your pay will literally take a massive leap all the way up to 40k, boys. As you guys can see, Rockstar Games have not offered 40k, which is just mind-blowing for such an easy and straightforward money making method, and the losers even get a very nice 20k. So there is literally no initiative to go ahead and boost, as everyone will be able to earn some really good money from this method. Now, you guys will also be able to earn something called a winners round bonus, and that is basically earned by winning the rounds back to back, which will earn you guys a very nice extra 26k on top of your winners prize fund. Or if you was to lose one of the races and then win 2 races back to back, so you get 20k for the loss and then 80k for the 2 wins, without any winners bonus, you're still going to be earning over 100k, which is just insane for such an easy and straightforward method. Nonetheless, and that is going to do it for me, guys. The top 5 best money making methods to grind out as of right now. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me putting this video together for you guys. It has taken me a really long time to put this video together, so all I ask is you return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe, as I do post daily GTA 5 videos, and don't forget to leave a comment down below, find some players and go get paid.